Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. You have found Average Zen Presents. I am your host, Average Zen. And today is Ranked Wednesday. We're streaming live on Twitch Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and posting the trimmed down versions of that content on YouTube later on that day. We also have some exclusive content on our YouTube channel at Average Zen, and such as later on today, our premiere of this week's episode, or edition, if you will, of Wife versus Wednesdays, where my wife, Hobbit Snake, and I battle it out in brawl or standard brawl format. And there's usually a theme involved, and usually me getting crushed by my wife. It is soul crushing, but entertaining, hopefully, for you to watch. And so let's talk about our decks today. We're going to do some improvements that have been made on some decks that we tested out in the casual play format and standard. And some of these decks are known decks or iterations based on what we have available as far as our resources and wild cards are concerned. And maybe a little personal touch here and there for something for flavor, because we like to mix it up. Well, maybe it won't destroy us. We'll see. So we're going to take in some Landfall recursion and what I like to call try-hard Landfall into the queue today and see if we can climb that ladder. We have recently made it into the platinum tier. I've been playing a lot more limited recently, though. There's been some good chances to get into some drafts that I've really enjoyed. But this particular deck is a 3-color version of the Lumra and Nissa and Aftermath Analyst combo, with that little spiciness from spelunking, helping out all our fetch lands come in, untapped instead of tapped. That is very helpful for chaining together some landfall. We are becoming one with the earth today. So let's get some mushroom tea going, and we'll put down some vine lashers to get landfall triggers from dealing damage up directly to our opponent's face. And when our creature dies, we get some food tokens. This is not the most relevant part here. What is the most relevant part, however, we do like the food. It can get us some life back. Is the level 2 ability whenever we sacrifice a permanent. Target player mills 2 cards. Well, we have a lot of fetch lands that we're going to be sacrificing, and we can mill ourselves to try to get some spicy stuff in there, or more lands. Or we can, if we get multiple copies of this out, it's not unthinkable that this could possibly be an alternate win condition under the right circumstances. That's not our goal today, though. But the level 3 also helps us immensely. Those food tokens that we really didn't care about at first, all of a sudden become huge at recurring some creatures like our Vine Lasher, our Nissa, or our Lumra that may get milled away, or that may get killed by our opponent's nasty removal spells. So, we dig for the pieces with Pillage the Bog, which is an excellent way to grind through your library. I love that card. Assassin's Trophy is a recent addition to this particular brew for me. I wasn't running it before, but I have one copy in here just in case. I found that ramping my opponent in land is not always the best trade-off for this, but sometimes, depending on the target, it can be, and the timing. We got one copy of Aftermath Analyst, and that is again to sacrifice all our lands, or sacrifice to get all our lands back out of the graveyard which of course will trigger Landfall on stuff like our Vine Lasher, our Nissa, which will get us even more mana, and Seek Out. If this guy's in the graveyard, it's a guaranteed hit of either another Nissa or Lumra, which will then grab all those cool fetch lands out of our graveyard and bring them back after milling a few more. And yeah, if we can't get enough lands in there to finish off our opponent with the Vine Lashers or a Lumra hit, and we got no clear avenue there, we can always breach the multiverse since we should have plenty of mana available. We're also going to do some heap harvest here in order to guarantee some landfalls, because nothing worse than getting your opponent down to a couple of life. You got a Vine Lasher on the board and you're not drawing anything that is useful at all, like you get a Scavenger's Talent, and you just can't hit that landfall for those last two, or maybe you need a Pitiless Carnage, and you just need to survive one more turn because you just plotted it, or you don't have quite enough mana to Pitiless Carnage and still get Lumra out on the same turn. There's so many reasons why you need a little bit more life and a little bit more landfall in this deck. So we're going to try it out like this, and then we have another version that we're going to try out a little bit later in this stream, and we're going to see which one we like the best, I think, and that we're going to focus on maybe for trying to tune ultimately to get us maybe a few spots up the ladder. So thank you so much for joining us. If you're watching this later on YouTube, I thank you so much. Please give us a like, a subscribe, follow, whatever you want to do to show that you like what you're seeing here. We are definitely trying to entertain as well as for me to have fun and a reason to keep on playing Magic the Arena, and an excuse to keep on putting more money in Wizards of the Coast pocket. Okay, this is somewhat better. We do go first. I wish we had a black mana here to get down. I think that means if we gotta wait till turn 2 anyway, then we get down the black mana. We wait to see if we need to hold up the Go for the Throat, or if we can get down the Scavenger's Talent, wait till we get to 3 mana, hopefully another fetch land if possible. It's not unthinkable. And then we can play with the Offspring on the Vine Lasher, plot our Pitiless Carnage, and hopefully we get like a Pillage the Bog or one of our combo pieces out here in our hand pretty soon, because we're setting up nicely for them. Our opponent, or heel, taking their time, choosing whether or not they want to mulligan or not. The sleeves are very threatening. Sort of brass knuckles that Ghost Rider might wear, I think. Okay, we have to pitch. I think the correct answer here is to pitch the Pitiless Carnage for right now. We need the other combo pieces more than we need that. Alright, Oriole and your Ghost Rider brass knuckles, although those are not brass. Mithril, maybe? Mithril knuckles? Let's go, man. I'm ready. You brought the ingots. We can make more brass knuckles. We don't have to fight. Are you choosing the path of pacifism? I endorse. I'll tell you what, I won't do anything threatening other than play lands until you're ready, okay? And creatures and enchantments, but I mean, I won't like attack. Okay, well, I mean, that's not true. I'm probably gonna attack if I can. If you're there. Okay, they are indeed there. They've lit up their hand, they're looking at their cards, they're deciding whether or not they want to play this game with us. Okay, we have a mountain. Okay, new plan. How about Vine Lasher into land. I mean, surely we're not dead on their turn 2, right? It'll be possible with Duskmorn coming out soon. I'm looking forward to that. A turn 3 win con for mono red and standard wasn't good enough. We just had to give him a turn 2, huh? Fun times. This is the age we live in. Oriole or heal. They shock the Vine Lasher. That is the correct move. Gotta go do that before we get the talent down, otherwise we get a food token and then we're a third of the way of getting the Vine Lasher back. There's the show off or the rucket. Okay, there's the show off. Oh, come on, we draw the fetch land right after our Vine Lasher is dead. Alright, so we're up against like the Gruul version of mono red. This guy. I mean, it's like a million ways to die in this deck here because all the creatures scale pretty much the same way, if not in the same way. So it's like we got one spot removal here, a 1-for-1, and Shuffler has decided we need nothing but lands. So, yeah, well, let's wait and see if the final 2 cards in their hand are enough to finish us off next turn, and if Shuffler will stop flooding us out with all these lands without a payoff on the board. Alright, do we pump? We gotta pump, right? You gotta get in some damage while the board's open. No? Okay. I'll take 1. I'm patient. There's the Scamp. The Hardfire Hero's twin. Okay, we did get a payoff. I hope it does not immediately die. Our opponent mulling over Nissa. They're like, we have forests. Okay. Let's get an escape tunnel down. Get an extra mana for something. I guess black. Oh, I guess we can get the Aftermath. We have a chance to get our Aftermath Analyst here. And we'll mill some cards into our graveyard, hopefully lands. That was a land. Okay, we need another forest. And this should fetch us up, hopefully the Lumra. We did get the Analyst, however, that's okay. That is okay. Because now, if we do get another fetch landfall trigger, get Nissa to trigger twice, then we are guaranteed to hit our Lumra. Which at this point will get us back quite a few lands. And if we can somehow, in the meantime, convince our opponent to attack in such a way as to kill our Nissa, then we will have, oh no. We don't have enough. Well, I guess we can we'll figure it out. We'll get there. Okay, I guess we don't let them kill Nissa, and we're probably dead here. We'll see. I choose death. I call your bluff. They've been playing weird this whole game for mono red. I mean, with 3 lands out. Okay. So we're looking at 12 if they sack the Scamp. What's going on in your head there, man? You got the thing there. Are you just waiting for me to concede? Is that what we're doing here? Because I'm not doing it. Okay, so you fling it at me. Or do you kill Nissa? Okay, okay. And then where's the other 7 coming from? Alright, good deal. I wish we would have gotten a fetch land there, but that's okay. Alright, so I think the correct answer here is wait to see if they buff up the Slick Shot, block with Nissa next turn. And then when we Aftermath Analyst, we can, no. Yeah, we gotta try to sack block with the Aftermath Analyst and keep Nissa, because she, hey, Ophelia, welcome back. We missed you yesterday. I think you had an impersonator in here, like Olivia, but without the A. So this Olivia. They are also trying to sell PFPs and banners as well. So some competition you got? Yeah. It was rather lonely. But I'm glad you're here. How have you been? Oh, my stomach is growling again. I'm just not a breakfast person. Alright, so we have a giant growth. I think this means no matter what we do here, we're dead. But we shall see. And then I mean, that other thing is sorcery speed, right? So in theory, I think we did the wrong thing there, but I think it was the right thing at the same time. I don't know. We did a thing, whatever it was. I wish we would stop flooding out. That's been a theme today. Alright, so, yeah. We sacrifice our food and mill ourselves. And we're dead. Oh. Mono red / gruel. Well, we're doing well, I think. It has gotten chilly overnight here in Germany. Alright, let's take it back in. Chilly and rainy. I hope we're not entering what they call the gray season already. It seems to last for half the year. Okay. Well, we have the ability to get green mana, and we can play the rest of our hand. I'm gonna say this is a keep.
Am I alive yet?
And let's do Vine Lasher into Escape Tunnel, Scavenger Talent. And I think we save the Aftermath until after we plot the Pitiless Carnage here. Okay, we have a blue player. Let's see, are we up against Otters or Control? Some movies, huh? You know, I still have not seen the new Deadpool. I'm even wearing the shirt today. And that every time I put the shirt on, it just reminds me I haven't seen the new one yet. It's tough when you're a parent. Okay, so we're gonna get some damage in. I can't take my kid to go see a rated R movie, and we living here in Germany, we don't have any relatives nearby that can come and babysit or anything like that. Yeah, don't spoil it for me, please. No, it's fine. We didn't need that guy anyway. We probably did, though. Like, I've seen so many characters already spoiled in it for me, just like looking at, like articles. Oh, we're being poisoned. Okay, that's what's happening. Wonderful. Well, we will put the Fabled Passage into play. We will sacrifice the Fabled Passage and get a forest, I suppose. Oh, Germany, the country. I live here temporarily. My wife and I moved our family over here for a job assignment for a few years. And then we had to come back to the United States after that. Okay, let's plot our Pitiless Carnage. Oh no, this is the one thing about the Mudflat Village I always forget about. Okay, so we're actually just kidding. I guess we attack in. See what, okay, well, I'll deal a damage. We'll take it. Oh, we forgot to level up our Scavenger's talent. We were too busy talking about our personal life. Look at what we've done, Ophelia. You're not to blame. This is not your fault. I am to blame here. Alright, okay. So now we can fix our mistake. We will blow up their botanical sanctum. We're gonna mill ourselves. Okay, that was not a good mill. We wanted lands. We wanted lands there. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I just didn't feel like doing my hair today. Most people can't pull this hat off. I've been told I can pull this hat off. I won't be any more vain than that today, I promise. I'll stop there. Okay, let's go swamp. Yeah, this is a known deck, but I've tweaked it a little bit to my liking. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna plot. We could get the Aftermath back from the graveyard. if it dies. So we're just going to keep on putting this guy into the field and saying go. Sir Drax so far has not given us a reason to think that this is not a valid strategy. Do I watch horror stuff? This is horrible right here. I guess they expected to be up against a discard deck. Okay, we have Lumra in hand. We have Pitiless Carnage plotted. I don't even think we need to do this. We don't even need to kill the Baloth. I think all we need to do... Let's do the math here. We got a Spelunking in place. That means we can 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5, 6, and then no, that's not enough. But wait, it will be. Okay, so what we do: tap, 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 tap. Pitiless Carnage. And we're gonna go sack, 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 sack. Draw a bunch of cards. We're gonna mill ourselves. We're gonna mill ourselves some more. We're gonna mill ourselves some more. This is why I added this card here. Because it's just amazing at doing what you want to do more of. Okay, so we have 6 mana. Our opponent tapped down foolishly. However, Lumra dies instantly, but I don't think that matters now. Goodbye, Elemental Bear. Hello. A ton of landfall triggers from our Vine Lasher. And we will need to discard at the end of our opponent sees the writing on the wall, the number of triggers there, more than their life total. We had fun. I think we had fun. We have fun here. I have not seen The Conjuring. Remind me what that one's about? Alright, so I think that we've shown that this deck can work, and it's a very simplified version of the next deck we're going to take a look at, which has another alternate win condition. And we're just by simply splashing a little bit of red, we can throw in a World Souls Rage there. So just like you just saw us do with the Pitiless Carnage, where we sacrifice all our lands, get them back. Well, with Lumra, well, we can do that same thing with like this, an Aftermath Analyst, and float that mana up front. With Pitiless Carnage already plotted, and it allows us to just get all those landfall triggers with Iridescent Vine Lasher, get a bunch of landfall triggers with Nissa, and just really, just burn our opponent out directly if we have to. Lumra, again, playing the same role for being just like, we're gonna fill our graveyard full of lands if we can, and bring them back. And for this particular version, we are running also Breach the Multiverse, so that we can perhaps find something else in our opponent's graveyard, or get Lumra back from ours, or another missing piece of our puzzle here. And we've got, again, running the Scavenger's Talents. They worked very effectively last game, I think, to ensure that we got there all the way when we pulled the trigger on our combo. And yeah, Virtue of Persistence for some recursion and more removal. Virtue of Strength, so we can get back one of our combo pieces out of the graveyard, and then later on, if we get that Virtue of Strength down as an enchantment, Well, that will make it really easy to burn our opponent out with World Soul's Rage. So yeah. Okay, now if you're talking old school, I definitely have seen Child's Play, and Child's Play 2, I think. All the ones that came on USA Network back in the day. Alright, let's take Try Hard Landfall into the queue. I liked horror movies and scary stuff more as a kid than I do now as an adult. I've learned that I really don't want to be scared. Some people do. That's okay. But it's not for me. Okay, well, we have some of our combo pieces in hand. Let's go ahead and play out the Scavenger's talent. Our opponent, YYDCQ. Okay, well, I think right now we really would love to have a green mana untapped, but we're just gonna have to go the hard way. Yeah, dolls creep me out, and clowns creep my wife out. Now I really wish we would have had that swamp out. Oh god. Okay, well, the bat. I hate the bat. Yeah, my wife hates clowns, and I am kind of creeped out by dolls. Those were good hits. And so I found it hilarious that my grandmother, my late grandmother, she collected like dolls and clowns, like porcelain, like Hummel type stuff. Alright, we're gonna have to do something about the bat. Our opponent will get the land. I think in this case it's worth it. It was holding our other removal spell hostage, which we can now use to get rid of the Essence Channeler before it has a chance to put its counters on anything, and we get cut down out of spite. The spitefulness from you, YYDCQ. Is there no decency? I'm okay with clowns, but I can see how they would be creepy. Oh, come on now. The bats, they just keep coming. And now he knows about our Ren and Realmbreaker, and he's like, oh, I gotta play this Liliana, and everybody's got a discard. Oh, I'm glad we drew that, but now she's just got a -2. I think this game is over. We're drawing dead unless we get a Pillage the Bog here. Maybe our Scavenger's talent might save us. Yeah. Okay, so we just need one more level. Yeah, but we're really on the back foot here. Okay, well, this might help. Okay, we will indeed ramp a bit. Okay, alright, alright. We're not dead in the water yet. Jeepers Creepers. I don't think I saw that one. That was the one like the shadow tentacle stuff in the trailer, wasn't it? Or something in a field? Like a cornfield or a wheat field? There's a lot of that in horror movies. Okay, we learned our lesson. We're dead. Oh, there's the Pillage the Bog, but it's too late. It's just too late. Let's see what we can hit. You were so good to us, Fine Lasher. We failed you. You did not fail us. A good game, opponent. YYDCQ and your bat hordes. The bats got us. That's okay. We got something for that later. We're gonna keep on trying out the try-hard Landfall version, I find it's a little bit more cumbersome. Now, this one's based on of a deck list that I saw posted up, I believe, on the actual MtG Decklist site a few weeks ago. And I didn't have quite all the cards for it, so I kind of filled in the blanks or changed some things up to suit what I did have. But I was excited to try it out. I've kind of been fine-tuning it ever since then. After I started getting the cards, that is, unlocked. Oh, Jeepers Creepers is the creature who eats human. Bummer. Okay, we have a way to dig, we have spelunking, we have lots of lands for our vine crasher, excuse me, our vine lasher, who just might as well not come out because we need, well, we've got to put it out. Okay, otherwise the damage is going to our face. Okay, we don't have a cut down. We're running no cut downs. So now we have to kill this thing now. Or whatever poses the biggest threat that they run out next. Okay, they're gonna shock our dude. They don't respect the lizard. Or maybe they respect them too much. Okay, well, we're gonna go spelunking. We're gonna take advantage of spelunking to submit Raucous 3-tier on, okay, that's another Pillage the Bog. So I think the correct answer here is, before we lay down a land, to Pillage the Bog. Luckily, our opponent seems to have kept a one-lander. I'm not sure about that. Okay, let's go with Aftermath Analyst, because we're a little ways away from Lumra right now. And I guess we'll go Fabled Passage, since that lets us get our green and cast another Pillage the Bog. Golgari. What are you up to, Golgari? How many options can you have? Okay, so we need the green. Yes. We even have a red source out. That is convenient if we ever get that World Souls Rage. Like maybe off of this Pillage the Bog. Okay, but that's not what we need right now. What we need right now, is an Iridescent Vine Lasher. And we're going to hold off on casting it this turn, because if our opponent keeps on drawing nothing and playing nothing, then we're definitely going to get an offspring here and then throw down these escape tunnels like they're going out of style. Oh yes, I've seen Evil Dead. I've seen all the Ash movies, and I've even seen some of the TV series. Alright, let's play. I'm a big Bruce Campbell fan. I even loved him in The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr. That was a favorite of mine growing up. Alright, let's go black mana. Alright, Aftermath Analyst. And we are really punishing this red player now for not being good enough to magic to draw lands. How dare they? Okay, there's a threat. There's an answer. Wonderful. Alright, let's do some funny business. Alright, so what we gotta do is grab ourselves another forest, get more triggers off of our guy, sacrifice this guy here, get more triggers off of our guys, and there you go. All you need to do to beat mono red with this deck is have mono red play almost nothing, and you've got it. That's the secret. Oh, I'm sorry. And you got to crack one more land. Just like that. Are you not entertained? Ophelia, was that beautiful? I don't even care. It was mono red. They deserve it. They know what they did. We play mono red every now and then, but we feel dirty every time. It's like something that you do maybe every once in a while in the bedroom, but not all the time, because it's that thing that you do every once in a while and not all the time. All right. With that, yeah, that's our landfall decks for this week on Ranked Wednesday. I am Average Zen, and this has been Average Zen Presents, the Landfall edition. And for our viewers later on YouTube, please give us a like, a subscribe. Check us out on Twitch. We're streaming 3 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central European Time. Generally doing some standard on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, a little brawl on Fridays. Later on Wednesday on YouTube, we have our Wife versus Wednesday series premiere, where my wife and I brawl on arena against one another, and she almost always kicks my butt, so it's entertaining if you like that sort of thing. Alright, yeah, well, thank you for sticking with us so far, and